Hey, Victoria, did you know that pumpkins can float?
I did not know that, but I really hadn't thought about it till you just said it.
Well, in Windsor, Nova Scotia, they've created a whole event around the idea. It's called the Windsor-West Hants Pumpkin Regatta.
Really? What is that?
Well, it starts with a giant pumpkin, and we're talking like huge, and then it's gutted, hollowed out, and made into a PVC.
What's a PVC?
A personal vegetable craft. The participants climb inside, paddles in hand, and race like mad across a lake with a bunch of other people in PVCs.
Is that really a thing?
Oh, it is absolutely a thing. And in fact, Halifax's own Laura Bain convinced our boss that she and her friend Melissa Hunt should race as a team at this year's regatta.
Hilarious.
For the race, Laura went in search of the perfect pumpkin boat. Luckily, she knows a guy. Here's the story.
There are pumpkins, and then there are pumpkins. Way off winners like these giants. The one in the middle tops the scales at a whopping 1,624 pounds. Pumpkins in all shapes, sizes, and colors. We're talking pumpkins so big, it takes a tractor forklift to move them. Farmer Danny Dill of the Dill Family Farm explains.
Well, these giant pumpkins that you see here at the farm are Atlantic giant pumpkins. Basically, the variety is Dill's Atlantic giant, and that's the variety my dad created back in the late 70s and early 80s.
Danny's father, the late Howard Dill, was world famous for his gigantic pumpkins. But the pumpkin regatta was Danny's idea.
Well, I know they float, because a grower from Connecticut had purchased seeds from us back in 1996. And he grew a big pumpkin, I don't know, 700 pounds. And he got inside it and put a little motor on it and took it in the lake. It was like a solo effort. So my idea wasn't that, mine was a race, like paddlers.
The local community embraced it. The annual Windsor-East Hants Pumpkin Regatta has been going strong for 19 years.
Last few years, it's a bucket list thing. People have heard about the Pumpkin Regatta. They say, I gotta do that someday. And I've had people from all parts, United States, Canada, that come. It's just the experience, one, to get in a giant pumpkin, and two, to paddle it.
I'm looking forward to participating in this year's race with my friend Melissa. And Danny has found us the perfect pumpkin built for two. Can you tell me about this pumpkin that you picked out here for my pumpkin boat?
Well, number one, it's a gorgeous pumpkin. Look at it, nice color. It's already slick. That'll go through the water faster than a lot of these other ones. It's already in the pre-regatta mode, see? So basically, this pumpkin here, it's gonna be one of the biggest in the regatta.
How much does this one weigh?
1,298 pounds.
Oh man.
You're 2 pounds short of 1,300.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's big.
But you think it'll be seaworthy?
Oh yes, without a doubt.
My pumpkin is forklifted over to the field for carving. This pumpkin grew on its side, and the stem is horizontal and will serve as the stern of my boat. Using a knife, Danny cuts a large square on the pumpkin's top. The flesh is super thick, and it's tough going.
Oh, that is thick.
Randy McPherson, who works on the farm, jumps in to help.
You're cheating, you're going right down the crevice.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Once the top is off, Danny scoops out the seeds inside. The seeds will be used for next year's growing season. Finally, he's done.
All you gotta do is just hold out a little more, fill in a few cracks, and you're ready to go. Hot diggity dog.
Thanks, Danny. Left alone with my pumpkin, I get to work. Well, this is a big and messy job I've got left, which is why I've got my painter's whites on to protect my clothes. Ugh, yuck. I scrape away the stringy bits, smoothing out the inside. I think that about does it for the inside of our pumpkin boat, so all I've got left to do now is just paint it up. I cover the pumpkin with white paint, then add a bit of green. You may guess where I'm going here. I write AMI in large letters on both sides. Well, our pumpkin boat is all carved out and painted up with our team name, the Hot Dillies. Why are we called the Hot Dillies? You're gonna have to tune in next week to find out.
Hot Dillies, I'm intrigued. I'm assuming the name has more to do than just with the Dill Family Farm?
I'm not sure, but like Laura said, we'll find out next week when she brings us her first-hand experience of being in this one-of-a-kind event.
Oh, those pumpkins are something else. I can't believe they grow to that size.
That is a lot of pumpkin pie.
Well, one might think that, but Danny told Laura that the flesh of these pumpkins is not as good as regular pumpkins. These giants are really only good for weight competitions and bragging rights.
That's a bummer. Perhaps another thing I could have written down in my private investigator notebook with my PI pen, if only I remembered to add it to my costume.
Well, there's always next Halloween.
That's true.